Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're jumping into a world with giant robots, some pretty wild space dragons, and maybe unexpectedly peace. We're unpacking Ted Hughes's 1968 novel, The Iron Man, a children's story in 5 nights. And you've brought us, well, a fantastic collection of details covering its plot, how it got published, the adaptations, all that good stuff. Our mission, as always, is to pull out the key bits, find maybe some surprising facts, and figure out why this story still clicks with people after all these decades. Okay, let's get into it.
Absolutely. And what's so interesting, I think, is how Hughes mixes these, science fiction ideas with something that feels much more like a modern fairy tale. We'll explore that initial chaos he causes, how this really unlikely friendship forms. And then there's this surprisingly deep message about, like, global harmony packed into a pretty short book. It kind of makes you ask, doesn't it? Can something destructive actually lead us to understand peace better?
Yeah, that's a great question. And the way the Iron Man arrives, it sort of sets that strange tone right away. It's not some, sleek landing. He falls off a cliff, smashes into pieces, and then the parts have to reassemble themselves. That image of the hand finding the eye
Oh, yeah.
really sticks with you. And didn't he lose an ear? To seagulls.
He did. Seagulls took the ear. It makes him seem almost vulnerable right from the start.
Definitely not your typical giant robot intro.
No, not at all. And that vulnerability maybe connects to the initial chaos. He's just driven by this hunger-eating farm equipment. So the locals, understandably, freak out. They set this trap.
Right, the pit with the red lorry as bait.
Exactly. And it's the boy, Hogarth, who cleverly lures him in. They bury him. Problem solved. Well.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Because he digs himself out eventually. But then, instead of more fighting,
this is the turn, yeah.
Hogarth actually sort of... It does make you wonder, though. Is it saying all threats are just misunderstood needs? Or is it more about empathy?
That's a really good point. Maybe it's less about a universal rule and more about the potential for understanding. But just as things settle down, boom, new threat.
A much bigger one. This space bat angel dragon. I mean, the name alone.
It's quite something. Crashing down on Australia, huge, demanding to be fed, or else it eats humanity.
And the armies, the conventional weapons, they're useless against it.
Totally useless, which, of course, sets the stage for our Iron Man.
He's become part of the community by now, hasn't he?
Accepted.
Yeah, living on his scrap heap. So when this global threat appears, they turn to him.
They actually have to take him apart to fly him to Australia.
That's right. Reassemble him there.
Yeah.
And he steps up, challenges the dragon. Not to a fight, though.
No, it's a contest of endurance. Really bizarre, actually.
Isn't it? The Iron Man has to withstand burning petrol, while the dragon has to endure the heat of the sun, like on the surface of the sun.
Well, close enough that it's incredibly intense. They go back and forth.
And the dragon loses, right?
Yeah.
Gets badly burned, disfigured.
Yep. The Iron Man barely shows a mark, just a slightly warped earlobe, ironically. But then comes the big twist.
The reveal.
The dragon admits defeat, but says it's not actually a monster, it's a star spirit. Peaceful, even.
A singer. Of the music of the spheres.
Exactly. Drawn to Earth, it says, by the noise. The awful noise of human warfare.
Wow. So the thing that seemed like the ultimate threat was actually a reaction to us.
Kind of, yeah. A consequence of human conflict attracted by the very discord it seemed to represent.
That flips everything. The solution isn't just beating the monster.
No, it's deeper. The Iron Man commands the dragon not to leave, but to sing its celestial music to humanity.
Flying behind the sunset, distracting people from fighting.
Leading to global peace. It suggests art, harmony, this sort of universal music, can be a balm for conflict. Profound stuff for a children's book.
Absolutely, and you can see why it's stuck around. It's had quite a journey in publishing, too, hasn't it?
It has. Like, the first edition in North America back in '68, they changed the title.
Oh, yeah, to the Iron Giant, right, to avoid clashing with the Marvel character.
Precisely. And most U.S. editions still use that title today.
And there was that award-winning version, too.
That's right. The 1985 edition with Andrew Davidson's illustrations, it won the Kurt Maschler Award specifically for how well the pictures and text worked together. Really beautiful edition.
And, of course, the movie. The 1999 animated film, The Iron Giant, a lot of people know the story from that. Directed by Brad Bird.
A classic in its own right. And fun fact, Pete Townsend from The Who, he co-produced the film. He'd actually already done a musical concept album based on the book back in 1989.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So from a metal man munching tractors to a space dragon singing for peace, it's a pretty unique vision Hughes had. A story about an unlikely hero, definitely. About forgiveness, finding harmony where you least expect it.
Which brings us back to that initial idea, perhaps. It leaves you, the listener, with something to think about. What force in our world today seems purely destructive, purely negative? But maybe if we understood it differently, like they eventually understood the space bat angel dragon, could it hold a surprising key to harmony, too?
Something to chew on. Think about it. We'll be here for your next deep dive.